I met Count Basie once. Would you welcome, please, a truly great clown, Mr. Red Skelton.
Red Skelton was known to the world as a gentle comedian, a man whose humor felt safe, warm, and deeply human. But behind that carefully protected image was a marriage that quietly fell apart long before audiences noticed anything was wrong. His first wife, Edna Stillwell, stood beside him before fame arrived, helping shape the career that would make him a legend. Yet years later, she walked away, leaving many to wonder what truly happened behind closed doors. What was the main reason behind this controversial divorce will completely surprise everyone in the industry. Red Skelton's journey and struggles. Red Skelton's story begins long before bright studio lights and national fame, rooted instead in hardship, early loss, and a relentless need to perform. He was born on July 18, 1913, in Vincennes, Indiana, under the name Richard Bernard A. Hart. His entry into the world was marked by tragedy, as his father, a circus clown, died shortly before Red was born. That absence shaped his early life in quiet but profound ways, leaving humor and performance as both an inheritance and a survival instinct. Growing up without his father, Red was exposed early to the idea that laughter could be both a profession and a way to cope. By the early 1920s, at around just 10 years old, he began performing wherever he could find an audience, traveling through medicine shows, vaudeville houses, burlesque circuits, and minstrel shows. These early years were demanding and unstable, but they gave him a deep understanding of timing, physical comedy, and audience connection that would define his entire career. By the time he reached adulthood, Red Skelton had already spent years refining his craft in front of unpredictable crowds. In 1931, a major turning point arrived when he married Edna Stillwell. Their relationship quickly became more than personal. It evolved into a professional partnership that played a crucial role in shaping his career. Edna became his stage partner and creative collaborator, helping him organize material, structure routines, and navigate the business side of entertainment. Together, they worked towards stability and recognition during an era when success in show business was far from guaranteed. This partnership provided Red with both emotional support and professional direction as he transitioned from struggling performer to rising talent. National recognition came in 1937 when Red Skelton gained widespread attention through radio appearances and Broadway performances. These opportunities placed him before much larger audiences and allowed his distinctive style of humor to reach beyond regional stages. His blend of physical comedy, emotional expression, and childlike innocence resonated strongly during a time when audiences sought relief and connection. The following year, in 1938, he made his Hollywood film debut. This marked the beginning of a successful movie career that carried him through the late 1930s and 1940s. Film offered a new platform, and Red adapted quickly, bringing his stage and radio sensibilities into a cinematic format that expanded his popularity even further. As his film career developed, radio remained a powerful force in his rise. From 1941 to 1944, Red Skelton starred on a popular national radio comedy program. During these years, he became a familiar voice in American homes, offering humor during a period marked by uncertainty and global conflict. His radio work strengthened his reputation as a dependable entertainer, capable of lifting spirits while maintaining broad appeal. However, in 1944, this chapter was interrupted when he was drafted into the United States Army. As a result, his radio show was discontinued, marking a sudden pause in his broadcasting career. Between 1944 and 1945, Red Skelton served overseas during World War II. This experience removed him from the entertainment world entirely, placing him instead among servicemen during one of the most significant global conflicts of the century. His time in the military added another layer to his life experience, separating the public entertainer from the private individual. After completing his service, he returned to entertainment, resuming a career that would soon enter its most influential phase. In 1951, Red Skelton transitioned into television with the premiere of The Red Skelton Show on NBC. The program later moved to CBS, where it solidified its place as one of the most successful comedy variety shows in television history. Television allowed Red to combine visual comedy, character work, and emotional storytelling in ways that radio and film could not fully capture. the show became a staple of American television, drawing consistent viewership and establishing Red as a dominant presence in the medium. Throughout the 1950s and 1960s, Red Skelton created and popularized a series of iconic characters that became central to his television success. Figures such as Clem Cattledehopper, Freddie the Freeloader, and the Mean Whittle Kid showcased his ability to blend humor with vulnerability. These characters were often innocent, misunderstood, or quietly emotional, reflecting themes that resonated deeply with audiences. Rather than relying solely on jokes, Red used these personas to explore feelings of loneliness, hope, and resilience, making his comedy distinctive and enduring. During this period, Red Skelton became one of the highest-paid and most recognizable television comedians in the United States. His face, voice, and characters were instantly familiar, and his influence extended across generations of viewers. The longevity of his show was a testament to his adaptability and his understanding of audience connection. For nearly 2 decades, The Red Skelton Show remained on the air, surviving changes in network priorities, audience tastes, and the evolving television landscape. In 1970, CBS canceled The Red Skelton Show after nearly 20 years on television. The decision marked the end of an era and signaled a shift in the entertainment industry toward new styles of comedy and programming. Rather than ending his career abruptly, Red returned for one final season on NBC in 1971. After completing that season, he retired from network television, closing a major chapter of his professional life. Following his departure from television, Red Skelton remained active in entertainment through the 1970s, 1980s, and 1990s. He continued performing live shows across the country, maintaining a direct connection with audiences who had grown up watching him. During these later years, he also gained widespread recognition as a painter, particularly for his clown artwork. His paintings reflected themes similar to his comedy: emotion, innocence, and quiet reflection, offering another outlet for creative expression beyond the stage and screen. Recognition for Red Skelton's contributions to television came formally in the later years of his life. In 1986, he received a Governor's Award from the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences, honoring his lasting impact on the medium. 2 years later, in 1988, he was inducted into the Television Academy Hall of Fame, securing his place among the most influential figures in television history. These honors acknowledged not only his longevity, but also the emotional depth and originality he brought to comedy. Red Skelton's issues and tragedies. Red Skelton's life and career, though marked by extraordinary success and widespread admiration, were also shadowed by profound personal tragedies and professional challenges that tested his resilience in ways few could imagine. Beneath the warm, gentle persona that audiences adored, he faced struggles that were deeply human, shaping both his work and his personal journey. One of the earliest and most enduring influences on his life was the poverty of his childhood. Born just months after his father's death, Red was thrust into a world of financial insecurity, requiring him to begin performing at a very young age to help support his family. That early exposure to hardship instilled in him a determination to succeed, but it also laid the groundwork for the emotional intensity that would accompany both his comedic genius and his personal life. Performing in traveling medicine shows, vaudeville, and minstrel performances from the age of 10, he learned not only the craft of comedy, but also the discipline and resilience necessary to survive in a demanding and unpredictable profession. These early experiences shaped his ability to connect with audiences emotionally, a skill that would later define his long-standing appeal. Despite his professional achievements, Red encountered significant challenges in the rapidly evolving television industry. By 1970, CBS canceled the Red Skelton Hour, a program that had been a staple in American homes for nearly 2 decades. While ratings remained strong, the network's priorities were shifting, targeting younger, more urban audiences with edgier content. Skelton, who had always championed family-friendly comedy, found this changing landscape deeply at odds with his values. Alongside fellow comedian Jackie Gleason, he was asked to adapt his humor to more adult and provocative scripts, but he steadfastly refused. His commitment to clean comedy, designed to uplift rather than shock, was unwavering, even as it contributed to the end of his television presence. This refusal, while admirable in its integrity, had professional repercussions. Industry insiders often perceived him as difficult to work with, particularly due to his initial bitterness over the cancellation and his decision to limit the syndication of his shows. These choices, grounded in principle, nonetheless dried up potential future television opportunities, demonstrating the often complicated balance between personal values and professional viability. Skelton's insistence on maintaining a wholesome comedic style highlighted a core aspect of his identity. He sought to entertain without compromising the uplifting, family-oriented nature of his work, even when it conflicted with industry trends or financial gain. Red's dedication to his craft also exacted a profound physical toll over the years. Decades of physical and slapstick comedy left enduring consequences, including irreparable damage to his knees. In his later years, he required leg braces and a cane, physical reminders of the price he paid for his commitment to making others laugh. His comedy, while joyful for audiences, demanded immense endurance, timing, and bodily expression, leaving no aspect of his performance untouched by strain. From pratfalls to exaggerated gestures, each act required precision and physical resilience, which over time accumulated as chronic injuries. This physicality, paired with the pressures of sustaining a national career, occasionally intersected with mental health challenges. During his service in the United States Army in World War II, he experienced a nervous breakdown as he balanced the dual responsibilities of fulfilling military duties while entertaining troops. This period also saw him develop a temporary stutter, underscoring how the demands of both performance and service weighed heavily on his psyche. Even as he sought to bring laughter and relief to soldiers during wartime, the pressure revealed the limits of human endurance, reminding us that humor often carries hidden emotional and physical costs. Alongside these professional and physical challenges were deeply personal tragedies that left lasting scars. In 1958, Red's 9-year-old son, Richard, died of leukemia, a loss that profoundly affected him and his family. This heartbreak was compounded by the death of his second wife, Georgia Davis, who tragically took her own life in 1976 on the 18th anniversary of their son's death. These events were not isolated misfortunes, but part of a pattern of emotional hardship that persisted through much of his life. In addition to grief, Red contended with marital instability, having 3 marriages and 2 divorces. These experiences reflected the sometimes turbulent nature of his personal life, highlighting that even those who bring joy to millions are not immune to sorrow and conflict. The combination of parental loss, marital difficulties, and professional pressures created a life in which personal and professional challenges were often inseparable, each influencing the other in complex ways. Health concerns also became a significant factor in Red Skelton's later years. He suffered from chronic conditions, including asthma and emphysema, which gradually limited his capacity for performance and ultimately contributed to his passing in 1997. These health struggles were compounded by the cumulative effects of decades spent performing physically demanding comedy, further emphasizing the high personal cost of a career dedicated to entertainment. Despite these challenges, he continued to engage with his audience through live performances and creative endeavors, including painting, demonstrating resilience and a continued passion for connecting with others even as his physical capabilities waned. Red's paintings, particularly of clowns and other emotive figures, revealed a reflective side to the performer that paralleled his comedic persona, showing that his creative energy extended far beyond the stage and screen. Red's experiences were shaped in part by the adversities he faced from childhood. Growing up in extreme poverty after the death of his father, he understood the pressures of survival from an early age. Performing became not just a means of artistic expression, but a necessity to support his family. This early sense of responsibility imbued him with a work ethic that carried through his entire career, influencing both his relentless pursuit of excellence and his refusal to compromise the values that defined his comedic identity. The interplay of early hardship, personal tragedy, and professional challenges created a life that was complex, marked by both remarkable achievement and profound suffering. Skelton's ability to channel pain, loss, and resilience into humor allowed him to connect with audiences on a deeply human level, illustrating how personal adversity can inform artistic brilliance. Edna Stillwell's legacy despite struggles. Edna Stillwell's life, much like Red Skelton's, was a blend of ambition, talent, and resilience, with her story closely intertwined with one of America's most beloved comedians. Born Edna Marie Stillwell on May 25, 1915, in Missouri, she grew up as the youngest of 4 children in the family of George Vincent Stillwell and Dolly Bell Tarwater. Her early years were marked by the experiences of a typical Midwestern childhood, yet she would soon find herself on a path that would place her at the center of the entertainment industry. From a young age, she demonstrated a combination of curiosity, intelligence, and a desire to engage with the world beyond her immediate surroundings. These qualities would serve her well as she navigated the unpredictable and often demanding world of show business. In the late 1920s and early 1930s, Edna began working as an usherette at Lowe's Theater in Kansas City, Missouri, a position that exposed her to the bustling energy of entertainment and performance. It was in this environment, amidst the hustle of moviegoers and the glimmer of the silver screen, that she first encountered the young performer, Richard "Red" Skelton. Their meeting was more than a chance encounter. It marked the beginning of a partnership that would profoundly influence both of their lives. Red was an ambitious and talented performer, seeking opportunities to develop his craft and gain recognition. And Edna's sharp mind, creativity, and organizational skills quickly positioned her as an invaluable partner in his journey. Their personal connection blossomed alongside their professional collaboration, creating a dynamic in which each complemented the other's strengths and ambitions. On June 1st, 1931, Edna married Red Skelton when she was only 16 and he was 19, a union that would intertwine their personal and professional lives in ways that few couples experience. From the very beginning, Edna was far more than a spouse. She became an essential collaborator in Red's burgeoning career. She took on multiple roles, serving as his business manager, agent, and chief comedy writer, negotiating performance contracts, developing material, and shaping the routines that would define his early success. Her influence was profound, credited with creating some of Skelton's first successful skits and characters, which helped him establish a distinctive comedic style that blended humor, timing, and emotional depth. By guiding his creative process and managing the practical details of his career, Edna helped ensure that Red's talent reached its full potential, providing the scaffolding for the public successes that would later define his legacy. Throughout the 1930s and 1940s, Edna's role as head writer and material selector for Skelton's routines positioned her as a central figure in his professional life. She managed his career with meticulous care, overseeing performance contracts, scheduling appearances, and ensuring that his comedic material was polished and audience-ready. Her work demanded a keen understanding of audience preferences, a sharp sense of timing, and the ability to anticipate the evolving trends in entertainment. Between 1938 and 1939, she even participated in radio programs alongside Skelton, blending performance with her writing and demonstrating the versatility and creativity that made her an invaluable partner. Her contributions extended beyond mere logistics or writing. They involved shaping the very tone, pacing, and emotional resonance of Skelton's work. As radio grew into the dominant medium for entertainment, Edna's guidance ensured that Red adapted seamlessly, maintaining his appeal while developing a voice that was uniquely his own. Her work extended into the early days of television, providing continuity and professional support during a period when Skelton's career was evolving from stage and radio to the new medium of broadcast television. This transition required adaptability, foresight, and an understanding of the differences between live performance and broadcast production. Even after their personal separation, Edna remained a stabilizing force in his career, continuing to contribute as his primary writer and manager until 1952. This extended professional relationship demonstrates the level of dedication and loyalty she maintained, showing a commitment that transcended the challenges of personal disagreements or romantic separation. Her ability to navigate these complexities reflects a rare combination of emotional intelligence, professional acumen, and personal resilience. The professional relationship between Edna and Red was not without its complications. By 1942, the strains of personal and professional life led to their separation, though Edna continued to work with him during the transitional period. Their divorce was finalized in February 1943, yet they maintained a professional relationship, highlighting the unique blend of commitment and professionalism that characterized their partnership. Despite the dissolution of their marriage, Edna's impact on Red's career persisted as she continued to manage, write, and advise, ensuring that his work remained consistent and successful. This period exemplifies her ability to navigate the complexities of professional loyalty while managing the personal realities of a broken marriage, reflecting both resilience and pragmatic skill. Her professionalism not only benefited Skelton's career, but also demonstrated her own capacity to balance personal emotions with a clear sense of purpose and responsibility. Following her divorce from Red Skelton, Edna moved forward with her personal life while maintaining her professional acumen. On November 25, 1945, she married Hollywood director Frank Borzage, a union that lasted until 1949. This marriage marked her continued connection to the entertainment industry, though it also highlighted the challenges of sustaining personal relationships in a world of demanding careers and high public visibility. Borzage's own career required attention and dedication, and Edna's experience in managing and navigating the entertainment world may have both supported and complicated their union. Later, on December 10, 1963, Edna married businessman Leon George Pound, with whom she remained until his death in 1976. This later marriage provided stability in her personal life, contrasting with the earlier turbulence of her years alongside Skelton and Borzage, and allowed her to focus on her own pursuits and well-being outside the immediate pressures of show business. This period of her life reflects a personal evolution where she was able to seek stability, companionship, and fulfillment beyond the intense and often stressful environment of the entertainment industry. Edna Stillwell's controversies. Edna Stillwell's life, while marked by remarkable talent, creativity, and professional accomplishments, was not without its share of challenges and controversies, especially as she navigated the intertwined pressures of personal relationships and the rapidly evolving entertainment industry. Her story, like many women in mid-20th century Hollywood and radio, illustrates the delicate balance between public expectation, private desire, and professional ambition. Among the most notable and scrutinized personal controversies in her life was her second marriage to the acclaimed Hollywood director Frank Borzage. The marriage, solemnized on November 25, 1945, initially seemed to offer a continuation of Edna's connection to the entertainment world, placing her alongside another figure whose life and work commanded public attention. Borzage, celebrated for his directorial achievements, carried a reputation as a respected and visionary filmmaker, making the union between him and Stillwell a subject of public curiosity and interest. Their relationship, however, would prove complicated, and ultimately their marriage ended in divorce in 1949. The divorce became a point of public controversy because it was reportedly attributed to mental cruelties, a term that immediately captured media attention and framed the narrative in a way that subjected Edna to scrutiny. For a woman in her position, once at the center of a highly visible career and married to a prominent Hollywood figure, the public reporting of intimate personal struggles created a layer of pressure and judgment that few could fully appreciate. In a time when divorce carried significant stigma, particularly for women, Edna's experience reflected broader societal expectations that often conflated personal agency with moral character. The attention on her divorce highlighted how women's personal choices, even when reasonable or justified, were often publicly dissected and critiqued. Edna's handling of this episode, demonstrating resilience and pragmatism, illustrates her capacity to maintain dignity and personal autonomy in the face of external scrutiny. Despite the challenges of navigating a high-profile divorce, she managed to move forward, balancing the personal upheaval with her enduring professional sensibilities. Unlike many of her peers who might have retreated from public life following personal controversy, Edna continued to maintain her professional identity, leveraging her experience, skills, and network to remain relevant within the industry. Her ability to separate the emotional weight of her private life from her professional responsibilities speaks to her intelligence, foresight, and determination. While the public may have focused on the sensational aspects of her divorce, Edna's continued engagement with creative and managerial work revealed a commitment to her craft and an understanding of her own value within the professional sphere. Professionally, Edna Stillwell faced another set of challenges that mirrored broader shifts within the entertainment industry, particularly the rapid rise of television during the mid-20th century. After 1952, as television became the dominant medium for entertainment in American households, the structure of creative production underwent a transformation. Programs became more collaborative, with larger teams of writers, producers, and directors contributing to the development of content. In this evolving environment, Edna's once central role as Red Skelton's primary writer, manager, and creative collaborator gradually diminished. The industry's increased specialization meant that while her contributions had been critical in earlier decades, the structural changes reduced her day-to-day influence and visibility. This transition was not a reflection of any decline in her talent, intelligence, or creative ability. Rather, it was indicative of the natural evolution of production practices in a rapidly professionalizing television industry. For Edna, this shift could have represented a moment of professional marginalization, as her influence was increasingly mediated through larger teams rather than directly recognized by the public or the press. Yet, the impact of her earlier work endured. The routines, characters, and comedic style that she had helped to develop during her tenure with Red Skelton continued to resonate with audiences and remained central to his show's popularity. In this way, Edna's contributions exemplify the often unseen continuity in creative industries, where foundational work provides lasting influence, even as visible authority and recognition evolve. The reason behind the divorce of Edna Stillwell and Red Skelton. Edna Stillwell's influence on Red Skelton's career was both profound and complex, reflecting a unique interplay between personal connection and professional collaboration that defined much of the early part of Skelton's success. While she married Red at just 16, Edna quickly assumed a role that extended far beyond the typical duties of a spouse, stepping into the realm of creative development and career management. Her decision to end their marriage in 1942, yet continue working as his manager and primary writer, illustrates the tension that often arises when personal and professional lives are deeply intertwined. Choosing to prioritize her creative collaboration and professional responsibilities over her marital relationship, Edna demonstrated an extraordinary commitment to both Skelton's burgeoning career and her own capabilities as a writer and strategist. This decision, controversial to some at the time, underscored the challenges she faced in balancing the demands of a public career and private life, particularly within the socially restrictive expectations of the era. As Red Skelton's chief creative partner, Edna's contributions were central to his early successes in radio and stage performances. She played a key role in shaping his comedic identity, crafting and refining characters that would become cultural touchstones. Among these were Junior the Mean Whittle Kid and Clem Cadiddlehopper, figures that not only entertained audiences but also showcased Skelton's unique brand of humor, a combination of timing, physical comedy, and whimsical storytelling. Edna's work behind the scenes was instrumental in developing these characters, providing the structure and dialogue that allowed Skelton to translate his performance skills into memorable, enduring personas. Her creative insight was not merely supportive, but foundational. She acted as a co-creator, ensuring that Skelton's material resonated with audiences and maintained a distinctive voice that set him apart from other entertainers of the period. The development of Skelton's comedic style was heavily influenced by Edna's ability to understand audience expectations and craft material that was both engaging and accessible. She shaped sketches that balanced slapstick humor with relatable situations, allowing characters like Clem Cadiddlehopper to capture the hearts of listeners and viewers alike. Additionally, Edna's creativity extended to specific routines, such as the iconic Donut Dunker bit, which became one of Skelton's signature acts. Her meticulous attention to detail in scripting and timing ensured that these routines not only delivered laughter, but also reinforced Skelton's persona as a wholesome, family-friendly comedian. By providing this guidance and creative scaffolding, Edna facilitated a level of consistency and quality that would help Skelton transition from radio to film and, eventually, to his groundbreaking work in television. Her contributions were crucial in enabling him to navigate the different mediums of entertainment, each with its own demands and stylistic requirements. Beyond shaping his routines, Edna's role as manager and business strategist further amplified her impact on Skelton's career trajectory. She negotiated contracts, coordinated appearances, and oversaw the logistical aspects of his performances, ensuring that his professional engagements were both profitable and strategically aligned with long-term career goals. This dual role of writer and manager positioned Edna as an indispensable figure in Skelton's life, even after their personal separation. Her ability to maintain professional collaboration following the end of their marriage demonstrates a remarkable degree of emotional intelligence and dedication. It also highlights a recurring theme in her life: the prioritization of creative and professional integrity, even in circumstances that might have made such a focus difficult or uncomfortable. The professional tension inherent in managing her own career ambitions while supporting Skelton's rise exemplifies the complexities that women in entertainment often navigated behind the scenes, where influence could be profound yet largely unrecognized by the broader public. While direct public statements from Edna about her work with Skelton are relatively scarce, the evidence of her contributions is unmistakable in the enduring success of the characters, sketches, and programs she helped shape. Her actions speak more loudly than any documented quotes. The very structure and popularity of Skelton's early radio shows reflect her skill, insight, and creative vision. She was instrumental in transforming his raw talent into a polished, widely appealing comedic voice, ensuring that his performances were not only technically proficient, but also emotionally resonant. The depth of her involvement is evident in how closely his material aligned with audience expectations and the cultural milieu of the time, indicating her profound understanding of both comedy and the marketplace for entertainment. Edna's influence also extended to the broader trajectory of Skelton's career beyond radio, impacting his successful ventures into film and television. As television emerged as a dominant medium, the routines, character frameworks, and performance strategies she had helped develop provided a solid foundation for adaptation and continuity. Even when others began contributing to the creative process, the groundwork laid by Edna remained integral, enabling Skelton to maintain a distinctive voice amidst a growing landscape of collaborators and writers. This continuity demonstrates that her role was not temporary or peripheral. Rather, it was deeply embedded in the very essence of Skelton's public persona. The recognition of her influence, though often understated, is crucial to understanding the full scope of Skelton's rise to fame and the enduring appeal of his work.